It all started on March 30th, 2026. I was letting somebody join me in Bloxburg to go build on my HQ plot. If you don't know what my HQ is, it is a very nice and fun building where all of my legit team members have their own office to do whatever they want with, and it was a school night, so I didn't really have time to sit around and be at the game. So I did what any person would do, and I let them build, and I put on my auto clicker so I didn't get timed out of the game. Well, time passed and they were building perfectly fine. I checked my computer before I went to bed, and I turned off all my monitors so the light wouldn't wake me up. I'm talking to the person at nighttime. They were asking if I can exit build real quick, how they can decorate their office, and then they asked me at 12:15 a.m. if I'm awake. Obviously, I'm not awake. I'm sleeping. It's a school night. So here's when I wake up at 6:20 a.m. Sorry, I fell asleep. And then they said they knew it. And then good thing I kept my auto clicker on. And then that was the end of that conversation. So then fast forward to later that day. They ask if I'm free at all. I'm at school. We'll be home in 30 minutes. So I couldn't build then. So basically, I'm pretty sure that this person got me banned that same night. I was AFK, obviously, and was trying to get a reaction on me, but I couldn't even get online at this time. So fast forward to the next day, she sends me this message at 6:56 a.m. March 31st, maybe one of the worst days of my life. I don't know. So they're saying that they wanted to finish their office fully, and I said, "Do you want to right now?" This was when I was still at home before I left for school, and then they reply obviously when I left my house for school. And they said that they'll be waiting. So that's where I always spawn the HQ. They're waiting. I mean, we don't really need context for that. And then I said, "Oh, sorry, I just left the house. I was gonna leave my PC AFK. I can't anymore, sorry." And then they ask, "Can you do it on phone real quick?" I'm like, "You know what, sure, I'm driving to school. It's kind of far, you know, my mom's driving me, I can be on my phone." So they're like, "For how long? 5 minutes or 10 minutes?" Now at this point, looking back, it is so obvious that they wanted me to join Bloxburg and get a reaction of what happened. Because they're the only person that was building on my account, so there's no other person that did this, and obviously I wouldn't do this to myself in the game that I love the most, and I will show you what they wrote on the plot to get me banned. So basically, 5 or 10 minutes, I'm like, sure, so I go to join, and I see that I'm banned. Literally, I think my heart left my body, like, it was gone. I was terrified, and then I was thinking, oh, well, I didn't do anything inappropriate. So this is the ban message I got. It said that, I was doing something inappropriate, I built something or did something inappropriate, and I was like, wait, I never did that, I didn't do any of that, okay? Like, I know what the consequences of writing bad words on my plot are. Why would I do that? You know, so I'm like, okay, I obviously didn't do anything wrong. It might be a misunderstanding, like an automated flag in their system. They could have flagged me for it. So I'm probably just going to get unbanned. And I didn't really worry about it. Fast forward to the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? Let me take a little picture of this and post it on Twitter because I didn't do anything wrong. I have time and I can make a little post. So I make this post. It actually gets a lot of views and likes. This kind of goes crazy on Twitter a little bit. And I'm saying I didn't intentionally build or do anything that violates the standards. Like maybe I got flagged. And then literally not even how long after was this? How long after my post was this? This is 2:04. This is 2:36. So like maybe 30 minutes after, they say, we do not use any sort of automated filters for these bans, and they're all manually viewed. Having taken a look now, your account was correctly moderated for a creation that violated both the game's and the platform's rules, and you're responsible for actions related to your account. So it almost seemed as if they knew somebody else built this. I feel like they need to have a way to detect this. There's no way a game as advanced as Bloxburg doesn't have detection towards who's building on a plot. Like, I feel like that's something they can detect. If they can see that I wrote stuff on my plot, why can't they see who built it? So I'm like, are you able to tell me what the creation was? And then Bram says he'll send me a DM. They never send me a DM. Fast forward to a couple minutes later, I get a ticket opened in their Discord server. I was genuinely just expecting something in my building to be like incorrectly moderated, and I was like, okay, I'll just have to explain to them that it's not bad and they'll probably unban me. Seems like Twitter just crashed. You were banned for having these words on your plot, and I'll show you the image in a second, and I do have to blur it because it is foul, guys. It is insane. And you were also flagged for exploiting the lumber job. This ban cannot be appealed. Now, about the lumber job, people were wondering, like, you probably did something before. I did exploit the lumber job a little bit, okay? I have some grace, I will say that. But I don't think they banned me at the time because that was such a popular thing. everyone was doing. They just gave me a little flag, and I never really did it again anyways. Like, I guess I was at the perfect timing for them not to ban me. So this was lucky. Honestly, if I got banned for this, I wouldn't be so upset because, oh, I got myself banned. Consequences of my own actions. This is a little different because I'm not fully the reason why I got permanently banned. So scroll down to the image. This is my HQ plot. My beautiful street has been written these horrible words by the person. And as you can see, that's me standing there AFK with my auto clicker. How in the world did they write this? I'm just thinking, like, who would do this? And immediately as I sent this image, I texted that person. I was like, yo, frick you, why would you do this? And then they're like, I didn't do anything. I'm like, obviously you did. It didn't just go there itself. So I'm like really upset because I knew this might have been it. Like, there's no way I'm getting unbanned from this. So this is on my plot, and I'm like, wow, this is insane. No way they wrote, like, they're bullying people and they're saying bad words, like really bad words. This cannot be real on my beautiful HQ plot. And then I thanked them for showing me. Like, I didn't even expect that they would show me this. Knowing Bloxburg, this was a little bit of a shocker for me. I told them I didn't put those words on there, but I'll take responsibility. And I just wanted them to know it wasn't me. I really should have thought of what I was gonna send before this. I feel like the outcome maybe would have changed. I don't know. And then I told them it was a different user building my plot. Do they get any consequences? They should. This is so unfair, you know? So, and I asked, how the heck do you get this image? Like, if your thing can take a picture of this image, how can you not see who built it? That's what I'm still wondering. They closed the ticket in my face after I asked how they get this image. I'm wondering if somebody sent it to them. That's probably what happened. I'm just like wondering, does something automatically take this image? They said they don't use that. So someone took this image, obviously. If they don't use automated filters, then how is this happening? They didn't tell me, so somehow they can get an image of it, but not a way to detect who did it. So, I was very upset about that. I literally had no idea what to do. He responds, he goes, "You are responsible for what happens on your plot. It doesn't matter who did it. If you have proof of someone else doing this, we'll gladly take a look." I'm like, wait, this might be perfect if I can try to find anyone, because my neighborhood is open to the public at this time. I'm like, I could probably try to find someone that was playing in my neighborhood at this time. They could maybe get some proof of someone doing this. This is perfect. So, I don't have any more images, but I do remember responding saying, like, okay, I'll have a look to see what I can get. So I was gonna, like, okay, I'm still at school. I'll wait till I get home to do this. So when I get home, I'm like, wait, where's the ticket gone? They closed the ticket before I could even get a look at pictures. They probably thought I was lying or something. I don't think I was gonna come up with any evidence, but it doesn't hurt to take a look. So that's like a red flag. They closed it right in my face. I wasn't really happy with that. You know, it sucks. That happened. There's a lot of people talking about other stuff happening in the game. People are getting mad at them. People are getting mad at me. People are accusing me. You know, this Zadium guy is talking about how there's no way for them to detect it. Like, I agree. And then I'm explaining to people what I got banned for. Now, this is the culprit. Now, this, I don't really know what I was thinking. Why would I let this person build on my plot? There had to have been some red flags. There was. I completely just thought, oh, it's fine. They're not going to do anything. No idea what I was thinking. Fast forward to early January of my live streams. I was just playing Roblox like I always do in my streams. And there was this specific alt account that goes by the name of Testing and a bunch of random numbers. Now, they would keep joining me and bothering me over and over in games. Like, look, they're jumping all around the camera, if you saw that for a second. They would do inappropriate things to my avatar. You know what I'm talking about. And I was just like, who is this? Who the frick is this? Like, there has to be somebody that has a problem with me behind this account. Like, they literally wouldn't leave me alone. So I was like, wait, what if I try to make friends with them? So me and my friends had the genius plan. We just decided, oh, let's just talk to them. Let's just try to be nice to them. Maybe we'll, like, pretend it's funny what they're doing, and maybe they'll stop. A couple days later, after these streams, it was one of these ones, I decided we'll be friends with them. So I was playing Bloxburg, and I got a random friend request from the person, Divine Devourer. And this, something led me to figuring out this is them. They were being all nice and stuff. So they were like, hello. I was like, what are you doing? I think they might have deleted the messages. I don't actually know. Um, but like this is a picture of the bacon avatar that we see. So this is where we find out, oh, this is them. So, we can kind of see we're talking about it. This is them finally going on their main account. I was like, okay, I can trust this person. It's fine. We're fine. So they kind of stopped bothering me on this. And, me and my friends were talking to this person. We became friends with them. But, we started to notice they were saying some interesting, weird things about us. Okay, this is weird. They were saying stuff like this. They secretly watch me and her. This is referring to another streamer, our streams and whatever. Then they saved the picture of my friend and sent it in the chat saying that they saved it, which is a little odd. It would say weird stuff like this. There's talking about it. We were like, what if they use this information and blackmail us? Don't say anything weird, So we kind of were just like, okay, so I just want to come on here and say that I'm not intentionally posting this to, like, put any bad, like, reputation on this person. I just wanted to share these messages because it kind of just helps build on the story about kind of the contrast of how I didn't see any of these red flags when I just let them build on my plot. You guys are probably wondering, did you get unbanned on Bloxburg? Why'd you take, what is it, like almost 3 months to make this video? I've been skeptical. I've been praying that I would just get unbanned and I could make a video about it. Be like, okay guys, this is how I got banned and here we are. I'm unbanned now. I wish I could end the video and saying I'm unbanned, but unfortunately today that's just not the case. That's just how it went. That's just how, unfortunately, the situation went. I'm not unbanned. I'm still banned from the game. If I go to play this right now, I'm gonna be banned. It's gonna pop up with the same error message. I'm banned. It hurts that this game that I grew up on, met so many people on, is just something I can't simply play anymore. All of my builds, my big HQ, my ticket farming plots, the probably thousands of in real life dollars I spent towards this game, just gone. It takes somebody, what, a minute to write those words, and all my years of work are just gone. So I started over on a new account. Now, I don't want to list the username just yet. You will find out when I open my ticket farming neighborhoods. I probably have listed it somewhere else before. I just don't want to put it in this video. Okay, so here's a screenshot from the Welcome to Bloxburg Discord server. Somebody's asking how you get unbanned, and Aunt Caroline, which is one of their server moderators, is saying that ban appeals aren't working, but if the ban is permanent, which is my case, they can't unban us, and all they advise us to do is make a new account and play fairly. So I'm hoping that I don't get banned for making a new account. They've said this, I have a screenshot of it, so we're chilling there. So I'll just quickly log into my new account and show you guys the progress of me restarting. Thankfully, I am very obsessive over this building, and I have very many images saved down to the proportions of the building. So rebuilding it isn't too bad. It's not going to be exact. There's limited items. It's hard to get custom colors. It's coming back, guys. Or everyone's probably wondering, how did you handle the person that got you banned? I'm going to say this right now. It is sad that they did that. But after the ban, horrible things were said on both sides. I'm going to say it because I know they're probably watching this video and they're going to want to comment about what happened. Bad things were said on both sides. I am not denying it. I'm not going to show you any of it. I just don't think I need to do that in this video. But my legit team took on their own abilities with some encouragement to go and say bad stuff to this person. It wasn't horribly bad. It wasn't anything as bad as what they wrote on my plot. It was just some very built-up aggression. With online, if you have something bad to say, you're likely going to say it. You're going to realize the consequences, and you're going to never say something like that again. You're going to realize, oh, I really shouldn't have yelled at this person that bad. Now like, you say something bad, you realize what you did, and that's how you learn. I just want everyone to be kind to each other. Okay, this literally impacted probably the rest of my 2026. I had so many plans for Bloxburg. Be kind. You don't know what people are going through. Like, you never know, guys. You literally never know what somebody's going through. The world is honestly such a bad place right now, guys. Like, people do bad stuff like that. I'm not saying getting banned from Bloxburg is the worst thing in the world. Like, there are way worse problems going on than that. It just, you know, you don't care about stuff until something happens to you. I feel like most of the people I've talked to about getting banned are like, "Oh, well, he's banned, that sucks. I'm still unbanned. Imma just go play Bloxburg, and it doesn't really affect me." But that's just how humans are. That's just how it happens. I have some posts on my Twitter. If you search up on Google change.org legit Madden, somebody made on change.org. Somebody created a petition to get me unbanned. Obviously, this isn't gonna work, but 15 sweet people signed it. People want to make a difference. Honestly, it's not gonna help anything unless I'll link this. If everyone wants to go sign it, go sign it. I don't know if it'll do anything. I'm pretty sure this is AI, but it's just talking about how the community is such a big impact to me. Somebody wrote inappropriate slurs and curses on my plot. Man was on his plot at the time, AFK, letting someone falsely viewed. This is very accurate. I will say this AI is accurate. It doesn't say who did it. I haven't exactly spoken about who did it. That's who did it, guys. Please don't go after them. They've already gone. People have already gone after them. I really don't want any more problem with this. If you want to go after them, that's at your own pace. I told you not to. I don't remember who started it, but very nice. Um, whoever wrote this, AI wrote this, very amazing. So this is stuff that pops up on the internet. So I just wanted to throw that on my tweet. I was like, dude, stuff like this is coming on the internet. How does this not mean something to you if there were things about this online? How does this not make you think, oh, maybe we shouldn't have banned this guy? And people are getting mad at me like, oh my god, you're relying on AI to talk for you. The devs are gonna believe this, blah blah blah. I have tried everything. So I was just like, let me shoot my shot at what's on the internet. Yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed my video about being banned. If you want me to get unbanned, interact with this video as much as you can. Maybe if they see this, they'll see my side of the story better, and it might make a difference. This video is just to explain to everyone what's happening. I'm also going to be posting, and I'm probably going to make a video on what's happening with my neighborhood. Let me know what you think about the ban in the comments. Do you think this was fair? You know, do you think they should reconsider it? Should I stay banned? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.